Okay, there we go.
To better serve the Avidia Forest, I occasionally offer training courses to the forest rangers. If you want to split hairs, then yes, these courses would be considered as dissemination of information by the academia. But what are they gonna do? Lock me up? I dare them. We'll see how many patients suffering from weird and wonderful ailments start flooding into the B. Marston every day. To better serve the Avidia Forest, I occasionally.
Okay, Sophia says, "Hoi, hello." Can y'all hear me all right? Testing. Sophia says, "Yeah, I can hear you." Okay, good. I never know if y'all can hear me or not. That's like my biggest thing where I'm like talking the whole time and then I look at the chat and no one can hear me. But yeah, today we are animating, specifically Tighnari. Because one, he's my favorite boy, and two, his voice actor, his English voice actor, I should say, was being the worst and has now gotten fired. I heard he's gotten replaced like today, and they replaced all his voice lines. And I have not heard them yet. Sophia says, "I love your animations. I love seeing them on Instagram." Oh, thank you so much. Sophia also says, "Yeah, he is the worst." Right? I was shocked. But well. But yeah, someone on Instagram, because unfortunately, luckily I didn't animate any more of his voice lines like before the news came out. I was actually planning on doing like a whole set of me animating different voice lines from both like Tighnari and other characters. But I don't know, I guess I felt the vibes or something because I kept putting them off. And my friend is so funny because she was the first person to like let me know because I don't really follow like celebrities or voice actors online. So I'm never up to date on the news. And she came home from work and immediately was like, "Stassi, don't go on Instagram." I was like, I don't. You didn't need to tell me this, but why? What happened? And then I found out he's being mass sus. Where is she? I kind of want to flip this. You know what? I'm just gonna suffer. Sophia says, "I love it. Oh, I want so much to see Sino talking of his fave food, fruit." Yes, I want to do Sino so bad. Especially since his VA, like, will do his voice on stream all the time, and I found some really good clips of him. And also, the Scaramouche VA, this whole bit where he, like, advertises Taco Bell, but in Scaramouche's voice, and I'm gonna animate that very soon. Sophia says, "What program did you use for animations?" Right now, I am using Toon Boom Harmony. I have Toon Boom 17. I tried the updater, but the update did not work out. And also, the program itself didn't update, but all the Toon Boom files I have updated. And yesterday, I almost died. My soul almost left my body because I could not find any of my Harmony files. Yo, I was really close to being on the news. I thought all my shit got deleted. Luckily, they were just under a different name. Let me make this brush smaller. Koji Art says, I'm so glad you're reanimating this. I was worried you'd just delete it, and I love your animation so much. Oh, thank you so much, Koji. Yes, I've been asking. The only reason I left the original voice actor up for so long is because I was seeing like if anybody in the comments wanted to redub him. Because I had no idea how long it was gonna be until like his new voice actor came out, or if they were gonna replace him anyway. Which I'm very glad at Genshin's response and like how fast they did it. Because Tighnari has a good amount of lines. He's pretty relevant, so I'm like, damn, it might be a while. And also, the voice for this reanimation is not the new voice actor. I have no idea what he sounds like. This voice is Sir Flamegator on Instagram. They did a super great job. And also, I love this part where they go...
To better serve the Avidia Forest, I occasionally offer training courses to the forest rangers. If you want to split hairs, then yes, these courses would be considered as dissemination of information by the academia. But what are they gonna do? Lock me up? I dare them. We'll see how many patients suffering from weird and wonderful ailments start flooding into the B Marston every day.
Dissemination of information. That part they did so well. That's what won me over. I was like, this is it. Because I've been wanting to kind of reanimate this anyway. Sophia says, yeah, ooh, some rumors say that he appears on the next big event on Mondstadt. Oh my god, Tighnari and Mondstadt, yes! I would love to see Tighnari and Mondstadt. That would be so much fun. And also, I don't know if Tighnari and Lisa got to talk one-on-one in Lisa's event. Because I know if you went around Sumeru, you could find her in different places, which was really cool. Unfortunately, I just didn't have the time. And I kept forgetting that was a thing. I was like, my wife, my queen, where are you? But seeing Lisa and Tighnari talk one-on-one would be so nice. And also, I do kind of want to see Sucrose and Tighnari talk. I think that would be so cute. They're both little nerds. Sophia says, we see him with Albedo in the Lantern Rite, and now in Mondstadt. Oh boy, spiders for dinner! Spiders for dinner! Oh no! Not the spiders for dinner. Yes, also Albedo and Tighnari sound like a fun duo. I keep giving him very fluffy bangs. He's just so much fun to draw. And also, I don't know if anybody follows my webcomic, but if you've noticed that my main character, Mikey's ears, keep getting slightly bigger, it's because 110% influenced by me drawing and animating Tighnari so much, because drawing big ol' ears is so much fun. I don't need to make his bob that fluffy. You think he straightens his hair? Sophia says, yeah, Mommy Lisa needs to know him. Oh no. And Koji Art says, Lisa talks to Kale. It'd be so cute if they brought the two of them to Mon for Windbloom. Yes! I'm so glad Lisa and Kale got to catch up with each other. I'm very interested. I want to see Kale and Amber reunite so bad. I think that'll be so soft. And I do kind of want to see Kale with Kaya. Because in the comics, your boy was wild. I love that on your drawers he looks especially fluffy. And Sophia asks, where did you post your comic? Oh, my comic is on Webtoons. I have the direct link in, I think, all my bios on Instagram because a lot of people have been having trouble finding it. I don't know if it's just because it's not that popular or the name is kind of weird. Especially, I found out on Webtoon, you have to be really specific with how you type in the name. But I do have a direct link to it in my bio. And I might just make a separate website altogether. But probably not super soon in the future. And Pudding 12 says, hello, just wanted to let you know that your art is really cool. Makes me happy every time I see it. Oh, thank you so much. So soft. And Sophia says, plushies party. And okay, I'll search for it. Thank you. How did I even draw hands? I like looking back at my animations because you can tell exactly where I started to lose my motivation and then where I would pick up next on the next day. That's a good time. His fingers are not that long. It's just a little guy. Does Tighnari have eyelashes? Not really. Surprisingly, he doesn't really have eyelashes. He just has some big ol' eyes. We need to lower the opacity a lot. There we go. And I probably won't get to the lip sync by today. But we are going to try our best. And before I just try to fuck around and find out and make my life hell, check marks. Let me just add a guide for myself. If you want to get into animation, always add a guide. Don't be silly and goofy like me and think you can just freeball everything. That's where your boy starts. And, oh, I have this open. That's why my computer's lagging. My whole laptop is just filled with Genshin files right now. I'm gonna have to clean her out soon. There's so much Genshin on this. Koji Arts asks, how long have you been animating? I didn't really start animating until I think I got to college and took my first animation class.
I occasionally offer training courses to the forest rangers. If you want to split hairs, then yes, these courses would be considered as dissemination of information by the academia. But what are they gonna do? Lock me up? I dare them. We'll see how many patients suffering from weird and wonderful ailments start flooding into the B Marston every day.
So I would probably say, I'm 23 now. I started animating when I was 19. Math is hard, but probably around 4 or 5 years, off and on. And originally, I wanted to go to animation school for character design, but I kind of just fell in love with animation. I learned like the animation principles, and I was like, wait a second, I could probably do that. And I did. Sophia says, same here, haha. I think I follow you on my secondary account. Sorry, I follow you now. You are good. Don't worry about it. I am happy that you follow me at all. Sometimes I'm shocked that I have so many followers. I'm like, what? Really? Why? Where does he land? He lands right around here. I had him. Sometimes I look at the decisions past me made, and I'm like, why? For what? But yeah, this is like the more boring part of animating, which is just slapping down all your check marks to see where your key poses are gonna land and where you're gonna set up your in-betweens. And I kind of want a really nice art because Flaming Gator did a really good job with just stretching out the words, so I kind of want to, emphasize. Sophia says, because your animations is funny and so expressive. Oh, thank you! That was one of the benefits of taking character design classes before, like, doing animation, which is it's able to translate really well when it comes to making the expressions. That's all I wanted to do was, like, I want to get paid for making expression sheets. I don't want to suffer like animators. And then I played myself and I became one of the animators. Koji says, I started following you for the Genshin memes animation, but I love your original work too. You're really talented. Oh, thank you so much, Koji. I'm glad. I'm glad I stuck with the Genshin stuff, because at first, my first, like, few times drawing it, it didn't really get that big, so I was like, oh, I guess not that many people are into Genshin. And I do have a bad habit of following the crowd. And that bad habit of, like, I think likes personally sometimes like my brain will be like your likes equate to how good your art is, which is never true. It's never true. But I personally have been guilty of thinking that way for myself. But I'm glad I stuck with it because they're just so much fun to draw. And so far, everyone I've met has been so sweet and kind.
To better serve the Avidia forest, I occasionally offer training courses to the forest rangers. If
Okay, and then his head kind of goes back. I think the original arc was a back and forth. Yeah. So he'll start in one place, but he lands back in the same place. I think I was just really bad at following my arcs, though. Koji says, no, you literally make some of the best fandom content. Don't doubt yourself. Oh, thank you so much, Koji! So sweet. I see so many. That's the other thing, which is Genshin, like the Boku no Hero fandom too. Like a lot of big fandoms will always have really talented artists, but something about Genshin artists, they pump out the most high quality content in under minutes. Like they'll just announce a new character, and you're like, nice. And in 3 hours, you see like whole Mona Lisa ass paintings already out, and I'm like, hello? How? And Sophia says, I think the fandom is kind unless you talk about your luck on promotional banners. Oh no! I have been having the worst luck ever when it comes to the banners. I'm literally. I should have never tried to pull for Stinky Stinky Boy. I'll hate them because he took all my primo gems. And Zhao won't come home to me either, and neither will Yelan, and all I want is the Yelan right now, guys. I need a new Hydro user, and Yelan is so beautiful, but she won't come home to me either. She was like, Ellie, you tried to get on him. Cookie. Oh, hello, Cookie Sugar. Cookie Sugar says, hello, Genshin artists snort a line the second new characters drop, and then they go draw. They really do. And Sir Flamegator. Oh, hello, Sir Flamegator 13. They are here. They are also the voice for your boy Tighnari right now. Thank you so much for lending your voice for this. I appreciate you. Sophia says maybe it's because they post the characters on China first and then on America, right? But even then, it's like at most a day's difference. And their stuff is crazy. They're just built different. I'm trying to get like them. EBDB says, hello, the drawing looks rather nice already. First stream here. Oh, thank you so much for showing up. And Pudding 12 says, yeah, same. I lost 50-50 for Zhao to Jean 2 times and then Tighnari. At least you got Jean and Tighnari though, so still 5 stars. Jean's a pretty good healer. I like her a lot. On the bright side, I did get Beidou, my queen, and she's already 3-star. So now I just gotta C6 my wife. Cookie Sugar says, looking forward to the new Tighnari VA. I can't wait to see who they announce. And Sophia says, I lost Hu Tao with Jean. I was so happy and sad. Right? That's the thing with Monster at 5 stars, which is like, oh, nice, I got you. But also, I could get you anytime. I can only get Yelan like twice a year if I'm lucky. Also, I'm jealous of everybody who got Shinha. That girl hasn't come out in years. Also, if you hear weird noises, it's because my dogs have woken up from their nap and they're being weird on my bed. I don't want to talk about it. And Flamegator says, this is so awesome. Watching animation process is so cool. Cookie Sugar says, I didn't get either Zhao or Al Haytham. I did get Yao Yao though. I have so many Yao Yao. She's so close to being C6 already. Very excited. She's so cute. This is the trick for me, guys, which is if you want me to become interested in any character, if they're related to like a bunny or bunny themed anyway, my dumb little pea brain is like, hello? Instantly, you got me. Coco, I love you so much, but please be nice to Oscar. You're like a foot tall. Okay, let me play this. Y'all came into the slightly boring part of my stream, which is me just placing down the check marks for my guides. Koji says, I got C1 Zhao but lost to Skyward Spine and it can't be used on anyone I have. RIP, my guy. I mean, at least you got Zhao. But also RIP. And Cookie Sugar says, Shinha is getting a rerun in 3.5, but I have to say for Ayaka. Right, I want to see one Ayaka so bad, but also I have no idea when Shinha will come out. This year has been a thriving year for people who have been waiting for certain banners to come back out. I'm so jealous of all the child stands. Because I know he's a stinky boy, but also I do want him. I want that little crackhead. I want to see what he has to say. Give me that demon ginger. I will feed and water him properly and make sure he gets all the sunscreen he needs. I promise, Genshin, I will take good care of him. Cookie Sugar says I had to get Yao Yao through Lantern Right. Okay, so a fun fact about me, for like the first year that I had Genshin, did not know what Primo Gems were used for. So I had at over like 100,000 Primo Gems. And I just didn't know what they were for. Like, I would be giving them in game and I'd be like, oh, that's cool. Like, oh, they give you like a little star like how they do in kindergarten. Wrong. And now they're all gone. Because I didn't know you can convert them to wishes and I just use them to get money and stuff. But before that, I do... Now I just get like the temples, so I get so many 4-star characters. EBDB says, all the time I lost 50-50 to Jean, and it's like, if I'm gonna lose, give me D-Luke. I'll trade you my D-Luke for Jean. I've been trying to get... My goal is to C6 Jean, because she's gonna be crazy. And I don't use D-Luke that much, because I already have Beto. Koji says, I have 2 bunnies. They're the sweetest animals. Koji! That's so cute! I love bunnies. I used to have, a pet bunny. But she ran away. Very sad. Because this girl, I put her cage outside with the intent of, I was like, oh, I'm gonna like clean out her cage when I get home from school. But this girl broke out of her cage and then broke out of the enclosed pool area that we had and ran away. I think she wanted to be with the other bunnies in the backyard. She was kind of a thought. Cookie says child steps out and burns to a crisp. He's so pale. Oh my god. Fan art is when they draw like child super pale. I'm like, oh my god, this is so funny. Cause it does make sense. He's from Snezhnaya, where the sun don't shine. Okay, let me redraw this keyframe. Because his eyes are hella big. DB says, yes, give me your D-Luke, please. I will trade you my D-Luke so fast. I've been building him for the Spiral Abyss, but then they updated it with brand new monsters and other bullshit. So now I don't need him anymore like that. And I've been suffering, but I've gotten so far with him, I'm like, I might as well just finish. And Pudding 12 says, I will also give my D-Luke away. Beto has been on my team ever since I got her. Pudding, solidarity with Beto. We are stands for life. I love her so much, and her dragons are so good. Child is the only canon white man. Oh my god. Sophia asks, do you speak Spanish? Unfortunately, my Spanish is not that good. I'm like at baby level Spanish. My whole family speaks Spanish, and then they just didn't feel the need to teach me. Even my roommate speaks Spanish, and I ask them all the time. I was like, hey, can you help me like learn Spanish more? And their favorite activity is to be like, yeah, we'll help you later. Wrong. Never. Cookie says, by the way, I started building Yao Yao and Ito. Zhangling and Sino will come after. Oh my god, I'm so furious that you have Sino. And you have Ito? Boy. How dare you do this to me? I am furious, you guys, because I have been wanting to get your boy Ito since he came out. And as a joke, because I wasn't keeping track of how many wishes I had, I was like, haha, let me pull for Wanderer since he's brand new. I'll probably won't get him. Who do I get? The stinkiest boy that's ever stank in my whole life. Ah. He's my son now, so I have to love him. But I got him in his dumbass fucking basketball shorts. Stinky little bowl cut baby. But he's my baby, and I guess I'll love him. Sophia says, oh, I'm so sorry, Sophia. One day I'll learn Spanish just for you guys. Because I do have a lot of cousins that only speak Spanish. And I know that my mom likes to show my stuff around a lot, so I intentionally make videos with Spanish speaking. Specifically for my cousins. Even though I can't really communicate with them. Damn, why did I draw his face like this? Jesus. Y'all can tell exactly where I lost my stamina. This was not it, sis. EBDB says, what are your dogs' names? I have two. Their names are Olive and Sushi. EBDB! That is the cutest thing ever! Olive and Sushi! I have two miniature wiener dogs. One is a mini miniature. The smallest is Coco, and the other one is Oscar. I like to call Coco Coco Bean and Oscar Oscar Bobosker Oscar the Third. That's their current nicknames for this new year. They also go by Stinky Butt and Menace to Society. Coco, I'll let you look out the window, but don't bark at anybody. You gotta be nice. She's not gonna be nice. Cookie Sugar says, I snatched Wanderer and Ito. How dare you? All in 30 wishes too? Why? Why do good things happen to terrible people? Why? You don't... I'm crying in the club right now. I'm screaming, crying, and throwing up right now. All I want is Yeon right now. That's all I ask for. To get Yeon. I can accept not getting Ito. I don't even use Geo users like that. Kochi says, I got Ito on his first banner. He was my first promo 5 stars. What did you name your Wanderer? I haven't gotten to naming Wanderer yet. I honestly have just been grinding for the past month. Trying to redo some of my character's artifacts so I can grind for Wanderer better. And also, I haven't figured out what I would name him anyway. Probably Mochi, because when I first found out like his original name, I used to call him Scary Mochi. I'm not feeling his eyes. Let me lower the opacity a lot more. Because I think that's what's distracting me. There we go. Pudding 13 says those are adorable nicknames. EBDB says Oscar Bobosker Wowosker the third. I love that. And Flamegator says I got Ito too. Is this whole chat just people who have Ito? Did the Genshin Lords send you all here to just let me know that Ito is easy to get? I just don't grind hard enough for him. Do you know how many beetles I have for this man? Do you know the things I've done in Genshin so when I do get him, I can level him up immediately? I've done terrible things. Cookie Sugar says, terrible people, me! Haven't named my Wanderer either. I am still researching names, lol. Name him Brad. Name him Bradley. What are you two doing to each other? I sleep here. Sir! They're committing crimes against each other. And if they're committing crimes, they can go on the kennel. You want to go to jail? And EBCDB says, I'm gonna name him Baby Girl. I don't have Ito. Oh no! We can be sad and Ito-less together. We are the non-Ito support group. Actually, I want to kind of exaggerate his head a little bit more. What you want, dogs? I will be right back. Everybody be good in the chat. My dogs are screaming.
Occasionally offer training courses to the forest rangers. If you want to split hairs, then yes, these courses would be considered as dissemination of information by the academia. But what are they gonna do? Lock me up? I dare them. We'll see how many patients suffering from weird and wonderful ailments start flooding into the B Marston every day. To better serve the Avidia forest, I occasionally offer training courses to the forest rangers. If you want to split hairs, then yes, these courses would be considered as dissemination of information by the academia. But what are they gonna do? Lock me up? I dare them. We'll see how many patients suffering from weird and wonderful ailments start flooding into the B Marston every day.
Okay, I am back. Also, Flamegator, you killed it with this. Pudding 12 says I also didn't get Ito yet, no worries. We're suffering together. Cookie Sugar says, well, something you haven't done is get Ito. How dare you? The slander. The abuse. The abuse. I will never recover from this. But you know what I have recovered? I'm now out of TikTok jail. I can now go live on TikTok again. I'm still mad at them, so I won't go live until I'm not mad anymore. If you haven't noticed, I am out of breath from running up my flight of stairs. There you go. Beep boop boop bop. Sophia says now we fell in the spiral of luck on promotional banner. Oh my god. That's all I want. I want my lucky streak back. My luck has been ass ever since I skipped out on the last Kokomi banner. This is my punishment. Kokomi, I'm sorry. Please. Forgive me. I love Kokomi, and also I love all the Kokomi stands. Because the biggest complaint I see about her is everyone's like, oh, she's waifu bait. She's waifu bait. And then Kokomi stands are like, yeah, so? So what's your point? And I love that. Everyone's like, we know she is. That's why we love her. Okay. Actually, let me lower his head. Maybe that's it. Was that it this whole time? It was. Cookie Sugar says, I met this Ito main last night and on my life, I swear this person is actually Ito. Typed in all caps, only played Ito, built the fuck out of this man, and wrote exactly as though they were Ito, lol. Quick, everyone commit crimes in the comments now! EBDB says, I stubbed my toe on the corner of my desk. I am so sorry. R.I.P. And Flamegator says, thank you, yes! You killed it on this. Also, the sass level you gave him, immaculate. EVDB says Kokomi is our queen. Sophia says, I love her before she was with Barbara, and I was so mad at being frozen every time. Cookie Sugar says, she's a pretty mermaid princess healer, and she's always got a permanent spot on my main team. Bloom Coco also totally melts Abyss. Toma, Kokomi, Sino, and Yao Yao make up my best and main team for real, for real. Whoa, you got a crazy team. I have like the 3 sweetest characters and then Sino. Okay. I know he doesn't have ears, I just need the placement. Because I am silly and goofy, and I do base a lot of where the proportions of the face are gonna go around the ears. And also how the head tilts look. Flamegator, I am so glad that you submitted your dub, because I have low-key been wanting to reanimate this for so long. Let me push his eyebrows just a little bit more. Cookie says, I vote Sir Flamigator to be the new Tighnari VA for real. My Toma is level 70 and 21k health. Sino gets emo privilege. He really does. He is like their emo baby. He's their little emo mascot. When the rest of the team is literally the one that sends Sino to be like, excuse me, they asked for no pickles. Where are your eyes, sir? Okay, they're like around there. Flamigator says, OMG, Cookie Sugar, you're too sweet. I'm so happy. Bro, you popped off for this. You really did. Also, someone else did submit their own version of Tighnari. They do have a slight Russian accent, so they ended up not wanting to do it anymore, but they do sound like a Russian like school teacher, and I think Tighnari with the Russian accent is equally as funny and just as good. So I might make just like a little baby-fied version of Tighnari, and he's just like in the little Russian like hat with his ears would be like this. And you know how like big and poofy their hats are. What are they gonna do? Lock me up? Cookie Sugar says, Toma cooks, Kokomi heals, Yao Yao is adorable. And Sino's the protective dad friend, LMAO. Of course, bro, you did so well. This voice acting for real. One half is Shaznaya Tighnari. OMG, yes, Tighnari with a Russian accent. Yes. Says, aw. And EBDB says, OMG, yes, Shaznaya Tighnari now canon. Right? I'm gonna do... That's all the confirmation I needed. I'm gonna make a cute little baby-fied version of it. That was like my first thought. It's so cute. Their voice is so cute. I think it fits. And Koji asks, what's your main team at the moment? What is my main team? So I had Tighnari, I was building my new team because whenever I get like a couple new characters, I just like to make a team and build them. Since I get very bored easily after I complete all the quests in the game. And I think I had Shinobu, Tighnari, Sucrose, and Diluc. But then I paired up Tighnari with Beto, Ayato, and Jean. And bro, they are crazy. Sometimes I like to pair them up with Zhangling too. And then I found out all the shit with the Nasty Man voice actor. And I could not hear his voice anymore. I was like, I can't. So he's been on the show for a minute. Either that or just mute the game. Cookie Sugar says, bro, my connection to the stream is no bueno. I keep glitching. Oh no, I'm so sorry. RIP. Everyone pray for Cookie Sugar's connection. EBDB says, Tighnari's old VA did a good job, but man shouldn't have done that, right? I'm like, bro, you could have had it all. But instead, you had to be nasty. That is the slightly good thing about voice actors, though, which is it's such a competitive team or like competitive industry. I am shocked at how fast they managed to replace him. I was like, God damn. It's been like, what, 2 weeks? Let me scooch his eyes a little bit. Wait. That's why. His eyes are still a little bit aren't as big. Cookie says it's the building I'm in right now for bio class, lol. Flaming Gator says we gather here today to mourn Cookie Sugar's connection. Work will halt for half a day. Y'all are so funny. Stop. Okay. We will now bow our heads and pray in honor and memory of Cookie Sugar. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. On earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Damn, I remember more of this prayer than I thought I did. 10 Hail Marys, amen. Sana sana, go see. Oh my god, y'all, it's almost like we can still hear their voice in chat. They really were too young to go. Cookie Sugar, we are gathered here today to honor the memory of Cookie Sugar and all the joy and fan art and OCs that they provided us. Cookie Sugar says, girl, stop, the memories are coming back to me the way my family had memorized the prayer. It's a sad day. Stop telling everyone I'm dead. I'm not dead. Oh my god, y'all, they're communicating to us through the internet. It's like that one movie about the ghost that was still on Facebook or whatever. Face ghosts. Cookie Sugar, what can you tell us from beyond the grave? What's it like on the other side? Can you see anything? Can you tell my old pet turtle, Shelly, that I loved him very much and I'm sorry that Oscar Bobosker the third ate him. It was not my fault because he was being baby reset in the care of my mom and she was not supposed to let them be in the same room together. Flamegator says new ghost communication technique is dropped. Pudding Soul says, oh no, a ghost. Cookie Sugar says, Coco is innocent of all crimes. Cookie Sugar and EBDB asks, Cookie Sugar, is my grandfather with you? Cookie Sugar asks, your dog ate a turtle. How does your dog eat a turtle? Cookie Sugar, I believe that EBDB had asked you a question about their late grandfather. Are they with you? Cookie Sugar, tell us, are you in heaven or are you in fire jail? If you can tell us, I will tell you the story of what happened to my dear poor sweet Shelly and Oscar. EBDB says, yeah, where is my grandfather? Yeah, tell us, Cookie Sugar. Where's old man Jenkins? Where's old man EBDB? Tell us. Getting real suspicious over here. Cookie Sugar says y'all are about to join me in hell if y'all don't quit. Okay, Cookie Sugar is in hell, confirmed. Are there cool people in hell? Or is it like shitty people like the guy who invented homework? And people who don't use their blinkers when they switch lanes in traffic. And also Long Islanders, except for like 2 of my friends. Pudding 12 asks, what religion was right about the afterlife? Ooh, good question. Cookie Sugar says, no, just your mom. Excuse you, my mom is here. Second, my mom is a nice lady who makes me spaghetti sometimes. You leave her alone. Did she accidentally kill my pet turtle by via Oscar Bobosker? Maybe, but we all make mistakes. Who hasn't committed a little manslaughter? What was it that one guy said? He who is without sin cast the first stone. Flamegator says, bold of you to assume I wasn't already on my way. EBDB says, okay, I know my grandfather ate with you, that's good. Whatever afterlife was in Kung Fu Panda is the one that's true. Oh shit. Was there a hell in Kung Fu Panda? Flamegator says, I knew it. Pudding 12, who doesn't commit a little manslaughter? Listen. Sometimes life gets a little crazy out on the open road. What happens in New York stays in New York, and also Florida. And since Cookie Sugar has been such a good sport and has finally gotten over the fact that they are in the afterlife, I will now tell the story of what happened to my pet turtle, Shelly, which is a pretty short story. EBDB says, everybody loves Kung Fu fighting. Sophia says, the ants eat out my snail named Sucker when I was a kid. Cookie says, I swear y'all, with the crying emojis. Oh my god, Sophia, I also used to have pet snails and they got eaten by ants too. Oh my god. Is that just a Latino kid thing where at least one child will own pet snails and they will end up being eaten by ants? Very sad, very sad. Cookie Sugar asks, do y'all want some Cookie Sugar dad lore? What? How ants eat snails? So apparently snails are very sugary to ants. So even like sugar ants will eat them. And also they're very soft, and again, because they're snails, they move so slow, and ants are just like free lunch. And then they just munch away on the snails. I love weird animals. I study veterinary. Ooh! Congratulations. I used to want to be a vet for a really long time. And then I found out I had allergies. Cookie Sugar, tell us the dad lore. Before I forget. I love dad lore and parent lore. Parents are just wild. It's always like, how did you survive long enough to create me? Oh, fruit. Well, that's life. It's not what it looks like. Cookie sugar. EBDB says cookie sugar. Dad lore. Period. Oh shit. You better cough up that dad lore. And Sophia says, well, that's life. It's not what it looks like. Yeah, that was the other thing where I'm like, when I started learning more about being a veterinarian, I'm like, mostly I don't think I can handle it, and it's a lot of work. But that's why I respect veterinarians so much. Y'all are dedicated. I'm over here fist fighting Coco every day because this dog just disrespects me. When she's not even in a bad mood, she just feels like it. So dealing with like hurt and injured animals, damn. Oh my god, Cookie Sugar just dropped the dad lore. Cookie Sugar says, so when my dad was in high school, he was driving down the road of his neighborhood one day when he sees this kid on the side of the road petting this cat. Well, he slows down and pulls to the other side of the road in case something happens, and this dumbass cat freaks out and oh my, and EBDB says, oh my goodness, what? Did the cat get hit? Oh no. This is EBDB's punishment for us making their dead jokes. No, R.I.P. And my dad feels his back tire hit a bump. Dad stops the car and watches as this cat runs into the grass and starts spazzing out, flopping all over the place before it flops tongue out like a cartoon. And the kid saw all of this. No. I think the lesson here is don't try to be nice to strangers. Sophia says some vets are like Tighnari, and I know they are not mad at me just with the things they say. Damn, that's the most accurate description of like working with doctors and people in the medical industry, honestly. Cookie says his jaw dropped, terrified and traumatized. EBDB says, that's so sad. And Sophia says, OMG, no. I'm crying in the club right now. This was not where I was expecting this dad lore to go. If it makes you feel any better, my stepdad was driving his daughter, I think, over to like a family get together on Easter Day. And she's sitting in the middle seat in the car seat. That's how young she was when this happened. And a rabbit ran into the middle of the road, and he's on the highway, and he ran over, and all he hears in the back, because she's in the middle seat, so she saw everything, is my stepsister go, you killed the Easter bunny! Terrible. Cookie says, my poor father asked this kid, is this your cat? Kid still jaw open, shakes his head. The kid's dad comes out, and my dad asks if he knows whose cat that was. The dad points to a neighbor's house and gives my dad a trash bag. When my dad asks, so my poor father goes up to this house, knocks on the door, and this young teen girl answers the door. No! Chat confessions. Flame Gator says no. We really are deep into it. Cookie Sugar just giving us all the dad sins. My dad holds up the bag and says, I'm sorry I ran over your cat. And the girl says, I'm the babysitter. Stop! Why is there like a list of people that your dad has to go through? Once again, this is when you try to be nice and your poor dad just hasn't figured it out. He could have just left. he didn't realize, like, this poor, what's that thing they say? No good deed goes unpunished. I feel like this is a real life example of that. Flamegator says, I'm the babysitter. EBDB says, not the babysitter. The twist no one saw coming. It really is. I'm the babysitter. OMG. Stop, I'm crying. It just keeps going. Should have gone to Specsavers. Stop.
Offer training courses to the forest rangers.
This is a lot worse than my turtle story. I wish I started with the turtle story so y'all could have something to ease into. Jesus. Pudding 12 says, so if you want to be cheered up, my two cats are half a year old, alive and well, and very interested in my paint water. No! I love cats so much. They're so silly and goofy. Sometimes their brains are filled with unlimited knowledge of the universe, and then like 2 seconds later, it's just filled with beans. Cookie says, not as bad as the time my papa, mom's dad, dumped a neighbor's cat's body in a ditch only for it to rain for 3 days straight, and the body smelled awful. No. EBDB says, I regret bringing up my grandfather now. That cat really said, you think you can just hide my body and get away with it? If that ain't an act of like a greater power, I don't know what is. You think your sins won't be discovered? Think again. RAP, there's been a lot more cat murder than I thought was gonna happen when Cookie Sugar offered up their dad lore. You know, if I knew there would be this much cat murder, oh, I don't know if I'd be so willing to let Cookie Sugar tell us the lore. Okay. The dad lore nobody expected. It really was. Cookie Sugar says, he. I don't understand anything I see on your program. I just use to see drawings, photographs one by one. Yes, right now I'm just scrubbing through. We're at like the very early stages of my planning. And this is the first time I've ever actually like redone an animation by overlaying it. So it is gonna be very interesting, so bear with me. Because I am just as confused as to what I'm doing as you guys. Cookie says, I've got worse. Oh no. Should we let Cookie Sugar keep going with their dad lore? I'm so curious. EBDB says, my dad lore is a lot less gruesome. Pudding Toe says, okay, so a cat has stepped into the paint water. No! Once again, this is very on brand for a cat. But why? I do not want to reposition all my drawings. Please, Soon Boom, have mercy on me. Gemini in Trouble says it's just so cool. Oh, thank you, Gemini. Welcome to the chat. Let me just tilt this over. Yeah. Because I don't want to redraw his whole head just yet. If I don't have to. Flamegator says, when I was working on a clay sculpture, one of my cats kept stepping on the clay. It was sad. Oh! But what if their little footprints got onto the clay? That would be a cool texture. Little cat prints. Cats and dogs are very jealous. Whenever they see you working on something, they're just like, oh, you're giving attention to something that's not me. It's time to commit a murder. If cats and dogs were people, so many of our friends would be like, y'all are in a toxic relationship. But because they're so fuzzy and cute and they don't have thumbs, we let them get away with their crimes. Except for Coco, she is in jail for her crimes. EBDB says cat paint bathwater. No! Koji Art says, when I was like 16, me and my friends would go drinking in the forest behind the graveyard. Whoa, y'all are the coolest 16-year-olds ever. One time we found a tiny kitten. One of the lads took her home and he still has her all these years later. Oh, so soft. That was such a good palate cleanser for the last story. Thank you so much for that. Aww. Little baby. Let me lower his snoot because I want his snoot to kind of be lower. And actually, I want to squish his face more. Give him a little bit more of a sheepish expression. Like, we'd occasionally do it. I occasionally committed a manslaughter. I've never committed manslaughter, y'all, I promise. Only occasionally. Flamegator says, paw prints would have been cool, but I just got stuck on the clay. No. Reality versus fiction. RIP. I don't want to get too stuck on what his expression is going to be because this isn't even like a keyframe. Cookie says, so when I was about 5 or 6, my mom got really worried about me because I was super obsessed with dragons, because I had just seen the first How to Train Your Dragon, because she was thinking of the Satan dragon from the Book of Revelations. Christian moms and How to Train Your Dragon, I feel like is our generation's version of like Christian moms versus Harry Potter. They have so much beef, but technically it's nothing bad, so they have to let their kids watch it. Oh my gosh. The Book of Revelations! Damn, your family was in it. EBDB says, one time me and a few friends decided to climb up onto our other friend's roof. So we had like 6 kids up on their roof. Long story short, part of the roof collapsed. One kid fell through their roof. No! My brother has a habit of falling through attics, which is why I'm very terrified to go up into any attic. Actually, both my brother and my mom have a habit of just falling through things and hitting the floor like really hard. Because my mom, my beautiful mother, I love her so much, went on a cleaning spree, as most moms who have anxiety but want to deny it do. And she was like, I'm gonna get into the air vent, like the types that's on the floor that like brings up the heat into the house, and clean it. Because the house we bought was like 300 years old. And of course, standing on an air vent, vacuuming it up in a house that's 300 years old leads to her falling through it and landing in the basement. And she fucked up her ankle for like 2 months straight. And also, no one was home to help her. This she can't be playing these games. Flamigator says, I'm actually trying to get back into art myself. I took a long break, but I got a lot of ideas and such now. Oh my gosh, yes! Getting back into art is so much fun. Because I'm getting back into animation. And at first, it's like, this is ass because you kind of got to relearn some stuff that you forgot. But once you're back into it, you're like, yeah, I'm unstoppable. Until you get carpal tunnel. Cookie says, oh, Flamigator says, Satan Dragon, wait, do you mean the Emperor Leviathan, the Demon Prince of Envy, the Emperor of the Abyssal Oceanic Realms? Very specific. I did not know you guys had this much knowledge about Christian lore. Cookie says, I mean the red dragon from the sea. Joke's on her, I'm still obsessed with How to Train Your Dragon. I literally have an entire Genshin How to Train Your Dragon AU. Yes, everybody go check out their AU on Instagram. They have the same Instagram username. Their designs for How to Train Your Dragon and Genshin are so cute. Sophia, Gemini says, it's just the best, was my favorite show for a long time. Sophia says, I want to go for now. Hope you all have fun. Woo! Thank you so much, Sophia, for showing up. You've been so sweet. EBDB says, ooh, Genshin and How to Train Your Dragon. That's interesting. Yes. I am such a sucker for Genshin AU crossovers or any like fandom that I'm in. There's another crossover with a different genre. I'm like, hell yeah. What was that doing? I'm so glad I get to redraw this. I'm gonna make his fang a little bit bigger. Cookie Sugar says, oh, you can just use she, her pronouns. Ito actually has a crimson gore gutter, and Klee has a monstrous nightmare. Oh my gosh! Klee! I mean, she would, but terrifying. Gemini says, oh my, they would make the perfect team of total destruction. Klee and Ito would be so terrifying. Even more so than Paimon and Ito. Paimon and Ito are just siblings that were born too close together, and now they bicker all the time. Klee and Ito just accidentally like take down a country. They destabilize countries by accident. That's why Genshin hasn't put them together yet. EB says, don't put Klee, Ito, Yoimiya, and Yao Yao in the same room. Oh my god. Whatever building they would be in, gone. Obliterated. Surprisingly, I think Yoimiya would be like the most responsible in the group. Or maybe Yao Yao. Gemini asks, do you think Paimon is annoying? Because many people say so. Cookie says, I gotta go, I've got class, I'll join back later. LMAO. Paimon's voice is the only annoying thing. Bye, Cookie Sugar. Bye, Cookie! We will miss you. Have fun in heaven. So sorry you died. I hope you're happy. Flame Gator says, I've always seen Paimon as a younger sister, annoying at times, but I would protect her with my life. Yes! At first, I didn't like Paimon because, one, the way she would speak in, like, third person. Now I love Paimon. What really turned me around with Paimon was, honestly, I think... I don't remember if it's the quest or the hangout event with Barbara. I think it's a quest. And Venti is teaching everyone poetry. And Barbara's fucking stalker or fan, whatever you want to call him, is also learning. And obviously Barbara's really uncomfortable with it. And Paimon's like, yo, this man is mad sus. And Venti's like, oh, he's just in love. And Paimon is like, fuck that. He's a creep. And I'm like, 10-10, Paimon, you are that bitch. Because, yeah, sometimes she says really out of pocket shit because she just says whatever she's thinking, but sometimes she's just really on the nose with it, and I respect her for that. EBDB says Cookie Sugar's dead again. Pudding says, so wait, what time is it for you guys? I'm European. Oh, for me, it's currently 12:52. I'm over in New York. EBDB says, for me, it's 2 a.m. EB, go to sleep. I command you. You need sleep and you need to drink water. Gemini asks, do you think Paimon is the unknown goddess? For me, it's 7 p.m. I think Paimon is something. I know she's definitely related to, like, Celestia. In one way or another. I don't think she is, like, it's gonna be a super big plot twist, just because I know Genshin is actually really good at, like, laying out some foreshadowing and cliffhangers. And we don't really see that with Paimon. Yes, I'm so happy I get to redo this part. Pudding 12 says, oh, alright, because for me it's also 7 p.m. and I was confused for a second about who would have classes now. Flamegator says, oh dear, I'm gonna ramble about lore and theories. However, no, I don't think she's the unknown goddess because similar to the other Archon names, Paimon is named after the demon in the Arch. That's the thing about Genshin, which is all like, why did you name them after demons? Hello? Yo, they're so funny. I love it when, like, Japan and China just, like, look at like Western Christian mythology and they're like, yoink, I love this. This is mine now. And I'm gonna give this aesthetic. I love that. That's the funniest shit to me. Gemini asks, where does the snake come from? EBDB says, I have ascended past sleep. There's a snake in my roof. No, there shouldn't be snakes on your roof or in your boots. Get them out of there. Flamegator says, Paimon in demonology is a loyal follower to the demon Lucifer, who is well known as a fallen angel who I believe is the Traveler. Whoa! That's big brain. What? I'm shaking. The Archons actually follow the lore in demonic arcs, Goisha lore. Jesus Christ. Koji Art says, OMG, Evangelion. It really is. Yo, I bet. Yo, I really feel sorry for Christian parents, but I just feel sorry for, like, the ones that ask their kids, like, hey, son, are you winning? What game are you playing? And then they just drop demon lore out of nowhere casually, and it's like, hello? Oh, I'm silly and goofy. I keep forgetting that I have this layer turned off. You know what? I'm just gonna steal his head from here. Because I'm silly and goofy and I never made a proper reference chart for this animation. Boop. Boop. Gemini says, Australia is so cool, but I'm scared of many big insects, especially the spiders. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm terrified of the spiders. That and the kangaroos. I found out that kangaroos can drown people like last week. I don't know if they have drowned anybody, but I know they're capable of drowning not only each other, but also people. Could you imagine you have to fight off a king? So, not only are they terrifying on land, but also in the ocean. They're basically the polar bears of fucking Australia. Except even worse, because they're not even gonna eat you. Where I'm like, okay, it makes sense if I die by a predator, because I'm like, they basically see me as food. But kangaroos are just disrespectful. Ah, I'm silly and goofy. I could have just put this. Let me go back. I didn't need to do all this. I could have just beep, boop. This is gonna look ugly, but in my brain, this makes sense. So bear with me. There you go. And for this, don't need that. Okay. EBDB says, oh yes, the fact that we ride kangaroos is Australia lore, LOL. Gemini in Trouble says, I feel like if I would live in Australia, I would constantly have anti-insect spray with me for my safety. Yeah, valid. Flamigator says, if my memory serves, Barbados is a demon that the other companion spirits, I think even called the Four Winds, and is associated with the wind granting familiars and also freedom, artistic creativity. Oh, that's pretty lit. So, in both, like, Genshin and religious lore, Barbados is the most chill out of everybody, is what I'm hearing. Damn, Barbados, I didn't know you were chill like that. EBDB says, if you can't handle the heat, then move to the east or west coast. Gemini says, no front, but do you... do you eat kangaroos? My teacher said something about that in my English class. EBDB says, yeah. A kangaroo once scratched my sister. Flamigator says, I feel smart. You are pretty smart. You got all that lore in your brain. My brain has been growing with so much Genshin knowledge because I only know what's in the game and what I occasionally hear online. But since I'm not on Twitter, I don't really see like too many people's headcanons and theories. But I always forget like how the Archons are like based off of demons. Genshin really said we're gonna take a little bit from everything, including Christianity. And I respect that. That's the true grifts. If you don't want to draw hands, just make a couple of rectangles. That's the trick to life. As an artist. EBDB says, oh yes, we eat kangaroos with the little heart. Gemini says, really? They taste good? I mean, did you eat that one that scratched your sister, like, for revenge? EBDB says, nope, I gave him a treat. That is such a sibling move. That's the biggest sibling move I've ever heard. Okay. Even though I like drawing Tighnari with squishy cheeks, he don't have super squishy cheeks. Like, he's not baby. He is baby, but not that baby. You know? Did I just play myself and delete the whole sketch? Yeah, I did. But it's okay, I got her back. I love the undo button. God bless. DB says, my sister was 4. No! What was she doing so close to a kangaroo? Can't they, like, cave in your chest when they kick you hard enough? Gemini asks, but for real, do you eat them? I'm a little scared. They're so cute. Yes, I'm serious. We eat kangaroos. Gemini says the undo button is the best feature, right? Whoever came up with the idea for the undo button, God bless. No, he doesn't have eyelashes. I've such an urge to give all my boys eyelashes. And some of my characters and some of the Genshin characters it fits. But others I'm like, you're too powerful if you're too this pretty. Gonna get real close. Beep boop boop bop. Flamegator says coding can hurt my brain and everything starts mushing together, so sometimes you just need to undo stuff, right? Damn. Hella big brain over here. I tried to learn code, but I have never been. Math was never something I had an affinity for. And I went to school in Florida. So it was just nothing. Me and math, we never got along. But people who can do math, I'm like, damn. Got the biggest brain in the room. EBDB says, BRB, my dog is attacking a rat. No, RIP that rat. I hope your dog doesn't get sick. And Gemini says, my brain hurts when I think about next week's math test. The poor rat. Oh no. Good luck on your math test. Godspeed. I failed every single math test I've ever taken from high school to college. And yet they still somehow put me in college algebra in high school. If you want like an idea of like what Florida school standards look like, Just off the mere fact of I got a B in geometry, they were like, she's smart enough to take honors algebra. And then I passed that with a B, and they were like, she's smart enough to take college algebra. And I'm like, I don't think you guys are looking deep enough. I should not be here. I mean, I'm not gonna complain because that's a college credit, but still.
Split hairs, then yes, these courses would be considered as dissemination of information by the academia. Want to split then yes, these courses
Flamegator says, "How can I have a big brain when I'm bested by a misplaced semicolon? I had to restart program codes because I replaced a regular semicolon." Valid. Cookie Sugar says, "The real Slim Shady is back in town. Welcome back, Cookie Sugar. I'm glad you returned to us from beyond the grave. Did you see Freddie Mercury? Did he do the Fandango?
considered
Also, how's EBDB's grandpa?" Cookie says, "I'm still in class, but I'm not taking notes, like a bad student. No, take your notes." There we go. Beep, boop, boop, bop. My brain is so small sometimes. Is this showing? Yes, this is. There we go. EBDB says, "The rat bit me when I tried to pick it up and bring it out to the road." EBDB, no! Are you good? Gemini and Cookie and the Flamegator are just talking about fucking school and taking notes. EBDB! Are you Gucci Gang? It sounds like you need to get shots or something. You just tried to pick up a roiled rat. I'm so sorry you got bit. You learned nothing from Cookie's fucking father lore story about how being nice is not the way. I wish I was confident enough to do like the subtle shakes that you see in animations. I mean, I could try, but I don't think I'm gonna get it. But if the old white man from Disney could do it, I can also do it. Cookie says, I love the smell of rabies in the morning. Gemini says, the rat is just ungrateful. I think it was very nice of you to try and save it. Michael Afton, scary, says, hi. Cookie says, you leave my dad alone. He's innocent. He killed a kid. And traumatized like 3 kids in the process. The child, the babysitter, and whose ever cat that was. I'm sorry, but I think that does fall under the category of manslaughter, even though the cat was not a man. It was somebody to someone. And that's the true story, which is you are somebody to someone. Until you get ran over by Cookie's dad. Then you're dead. Cookie says, on accident, I've done worse. You have done worse than run over a cat and traumatize 3 children? Tell us. Michael says, Genshin Impact. RR says, I'm sure you did. EB says, you've done worse. What? Valid. Tell us your sins. We'll see how you try to save your father with your own sins. Let me lower the opacity to this a little bit more. Michael says, I was actually lucky on Zhao's banner and got him on my first pull on his banner like 2636 pity. Damn! Everybody is screaming about Cookie's sins, and Cookie is begging for me to leave their dad alone. But should I leave her dad alone? Considering that he raised a murderer? Sounds like this hole you're digging's getting a little deep. Cookie says we slander Ayato here. EBDB has retorted Cookie slander. RR has also joined in on the Cookie slander. EBDB says Ayato slander? Cookie says no. Michael says poor Zhao has died like 50 times in battle and he is my main RIP. Cookie says Ayatos. I am F2P. Oh, Nook. I'm poor. Excuse you, this is not an Ayato account. We only draw Genshin characters here with their shoes on. Even your boy fucking Sino's gonna have his shoes. I refuse to draw his grippers. Even though, ironically, I am not wearing shoes or socks. Cookie says, I also got the bigger grippers than Sino. How dare you? EVDV says, Ayato pics LMAO. I hate it here. Gemini in trouble says, no fetishes allowed. Thank you, Gemini. I will put you in YouTube jail. Michael, I'm sorry that you came into the most cursed part of the live. There's only 2 parts of the live, which is the boring part and the cursed part, and we go 0 from 100 here. Cookie said, I drew his grippers before, I'm more powerful. RR says, love how it escalated from Cookie slander to Ayato's. Cookie says, Sino grippers. EBDB, I have just been sent a Feetler meme. I hate it here. Cookie says, take the heat off me and on to Ayato. That is how it must always be. Not the Feetler meme. What is the Feetler? Do I want to know what the Feetler is? Should I know what the Feetler is? And will my life be different after I am forcibly learned what the Feetler is? I'm so scared. I'm debating. I actually might do it. About making a little PNG tuber. Just a little gremlin. Because I don't like to show my face. But it does get a little bit weird that you can't see anyone who's talking. And also, I just want to make my gremlin Sona. Y'all, we should make gremlin Sonas. What's that little creature? Our just dropped a little creature into the chat. I don't even know how to describe this. What? It looks like this. I'm so fucking scared right now. What is this? Why does it look like this? Flamigator says, there comes a point in time where you just smile sadly and accept there's fates that lead humanity. There's no going back, but at least I can sleep through it. That is what the Feetler is. Wait, what's the Feetler? He's the Wrestler's cousin! Michael Afton is pretty much in his own world. Very happy for him, and says, I have 3 5-stars. D-Luke, I got him on a 1 pull. Mona, I lost 50-50 on Scarabana to Mona and Zhao, my main. Cookie Sugar says, yes, just got grippers bigger than the Lorax. Stop! Who created this? Who would do something so cursed as to create a creature based off of the whole wholesome story, the Lorax, and to create the Feetler? I hate it here. Is this what hell is? Just finding out what cursed Lorax memes are still happening in the year 2023? Gemini says, what is your favorite Genshin ship, by the way? Cookie says, Shalumi was definitely my favorite Genshin ship. RR Humanity Restored Cookie. EBDB Scaramouche the X Debate Club. Stop! Not the debate club. They're so fucking funny for naming it that. Flamegator says, I already have in-depth lore on the new Gremlin-esque OC that I relate to a lot. I actually might draw them now. Yes, draw your OC. I love people's OCs. OCs are so good. Favorite Genshin ships. Chulumi, because obviously I don't have a lot of Aether ships. Probably him and Zhao. But that's because I don't main Aether, and I don't see a lot of fan art of him anyway. Tighnari and Sino, duh. Jean and me, Lisa and me, Beto and me, Raiden Shogun, and no, not Yoimiya. What's her fucking name? The Fox Lady. Who is the sexy Fox Lady name? You know who I'm talking about. What? I forgot her name. Yaimiko! Raiden and Yaimiko. And me. Cookie says Scaramona, Chulumi, Zhangguang, Zhao, Lumi, Ayaka, and Aether. All valid. I love those. Those are also very good. Those are so cute. Pudding12 says, I love people's OCs, laughs, and maladaptive daydreamer. Yes! OCs are so good. Literally every time I watch a new show or like read a new book or play a new game, my brain instantly is like, okay, we've created 5 OCs for this. Why would I do this? I don't know, but we did it. And now we have more kids. EBDB. Oh, everyone was screaming Yaimiko. Cookie Sugar says, aside from my OCX canon ships, that is. That's valid. I love OCX canon ships. Michael Afton says, I'm getting ready to draw for art class. Nice. I kind of gave Tighnari the big Mickey Mouse glove hands, but I love Mickey Mouse's big old glove hands, so I'm gonna keep them. RR says Coca-Cola or Pepsi debate. Do this. Definitely Coca-Cola. Cookie says Pepsi. Gemini says Coca-Cola it is. Cookie says I die on this hill. Oh my god. EBDB says chat about to go into war. RR says I know. And I'm all for it. He got the Mickey Mouse frippers. Finger grippers. No! Terrible, terrible. 0 out of 10 stars. I hate it here. This is the worst thing I've read in 2 weeks. And I have made a choice to become illiterate. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Oh, that's why his fingers look weird, because I didn't give him enough room. There we go. That is slightly better.
animation in
Gemini says, come to my side, I have cookies. EBDB says, frippers, identifying as illiterate. Exactly. That's me from now on. I'm now illiterate. I can't.
by the
Making me read the word frippers against my consent? Terrible. Stinky behavior. I'll put the keyframe like around here. And actually, I think I'm gonna have this head over in the middle instead. Just like a little bit higher in the arc. Or, no, it's not that bad. I think I'm just gonna have his arc go higher. Beep. Cookie says, okay, but does Tighnari have paw pads? Yes or no? I think that's why he wears the gloves. Like, outside of him being a forest ranger and wearing the gloves for, like, general protection against the, like, poisonous shit in the forest, which is a forest, but more like a jungle, but I digress. I do think he has paw pads on his finger. He got, like, them fucking toe beans, bro. They be irresistible. And I know he doesn't mind when people touch his, like, tail or his ears if they ask for permission, but I do feel like if they grab him by the hand, you're basically holding hands. I feel like he would get, like, a little shy. And, like, in general, just be weird. What are they gonna do? Lock me up? I'm the gingerbread man. Run this. I don't know what I'm saying. EBDB says controversial, but like milk before cereal or cereal before milk, there's only one right answer. Milk? No. I mean cereal first and then the milk. What? I know there's sick people out there that probably do it differently, and I know they're I know because you know mental illness exists. And they're God's special soldiers or whatever the fuck, but also disgusting. Why would you put milk before your cereal? RR asks, how do y'all pronounce Worcestershire sauce? Worcestershire? Worcestershire. I think that's it. Worcestershire. Worcestershire? I just mumble it because I don't know how. That's valid. Very valid, Gemini. EBDB says, I was about to throw a fit. Good job for choosing the right answer. Gemini says, she was so close to making herself so many enemies when she first wanted to say milk. Listen, my brain is tiny and slow. And sometimes I was like, what? I was still trying to process the question. But definitely cereal first and then the milk. And for crunchy cereal like Fruity Pebbles, you add just a little bit of milk, not a lot of milk, so you get that extra crunch. There ain't nothing worse than a soggy bowl of Fruity Pebbles. Michael says, I'm a Walmart bag, I fly in the wind. Proud of you. But what are they gonna do? Boop. And beep. And there we go. Eyebrows are very important. I know people say the eyes are the windows to the soul, but I think it's all in the eyebrows. What is going on in the chat? I look away for 5 seconds. RR says, don't worry, I'm gonna recycle you. Cookie says, Michael Afton is Katy Perry. Gemini says, oh, hell no, I have to go or I'm gonna get killed by my sister. Bye, thanks for the nice convos. Oh, thank you for showing up, Gemini. I appreciate you. EBDB says, my younger sister used to pour water into her cereal. Ugh. Oh, you made me read that with my eyes. Why? I look away for 2 seconds. I take my eyes off of you guys for 2 seconds. And that's all it takes. It's like working with toddlers who are holding knives. Michael Afton says, no, don't recycle me. RR says, excuse me, water. EB says, yes, water. Cookie says, recycle, recycle, recycle. Reuse, reduce, recycle. Reuse, reduce, recycle. Oh my god, just like the pizza. RR, it's worse than people adding milk to tea. Michael says, almond milk. Milk and tea is good. EB says, no, it's not. It's the only time the British were right. I think I gotta have to side with Cookie on this one. Well, I'm a tea person. I don't really have tea with anything because I don't drink tea. So I don't know for sure, but I do think I would prefer milk tea over regular naked tea. Milk in tea is delicious. Almond milk in coffee and tea is good. The only time milk belongs in tea is when boba milk tea. Oh, boba tea is so good. I miss boba tea. The boba place in my area is run by white people, and not to say that white people can't make boba tea, but I don't think these ones can. They've almost killed me multiple times by giving me expired boba tea. I miss the boba tea place that used to be run by Koreans. RIP. RR says we need to be watched very closely. Yes, you guys do. Everyone is screaming in the chat about boba tea. I think that's the only thing we're agreeing on, which is we all like boba tea. No, only boba tea. The fact that ABDB's icon is also Scaramouche screaming at the sky makes this even better. Cookie says, trust me, I'm white. EBDB says, also I'm lactose intolerant. EBDB, I am also lactose intolerant. And I consume milk all the time. I do carry Lactaid in my house. But if I'm out in public and I'm ordering stuff, I never ask for it. I just suffer. I do have friends who are way more lactose intolerant than I am. Like, they get sent to the hospital and shit. Which is terrifying. So sad. One of them does say they like to be on IV fluid so they don't hate it too much. Which is very cracked out. I kind of want his eyebrows like almost touching the top of his hairline. But what are they gonna do? Very snooty. Okay. Michael says, I've never had boba. I want to try it so bad. That's so sad. Pudding 12 says, I've also never had boba. RIP to everybody who's watching this or in the chat who's never had boba. You're missing out. It's really good. I do have a confession to make. I don't like the original boba, like where it's just the tapioca boba. I think tapioca is nasty. And I think in its boba form, it's even yuckier. But I do love strawberry boba. Let me get them artificial flavors all day. Any peach and strawberry boba combo is delicious. Facts. I love peach things. Everyone here is lactose intolerant, apparently. Oh my god, are we the lactose intolerant gang? I love this. Pudding 12 says, hey, by the way, what are your pronouns? I need to leave in a minute and I want to tell my friends about your art. Oh, thank you so much, Pudding 12. My pronouns are she, her, but I'm fine with any pronouns. So sweet. But yeah, my main pronouns that you can refer to me by are she, her. Not the toes again, terrible. If you don't have toes, then you can't walk. They keep, I don't have any toes. Terrible. This chat has become so cracked out. Every time I turn away to focus on the drawing, I come back and you guys keep bringing up toes. You stinky little hobbits. Also, Hobbit gang. Even though I've never read or watched any of the Lord of the Rings stuff. What are they gonna do? This was hit perfectly. I kind of. I kind of want him to hold up his hands, actually. Like, this sounds like it just fits better. Evie says, I don't have any toes. Michael says, if you don't have toes, then you can't walk because they keep your balance. DB, I lack toes. furious, blocked and put deep into the earth's crust where you will never see your family again. And you must live with the worms. You make me furious. How dare you walk me into that pun? RR says, not the toes again. Michael says, I'm not lactose intolerant. RR says, you are now. Pudding12 says, okay, thank you. It was so fun to listen to this. Bye. Oh, thank you so much. You are always welcomed in the streams, and I appreciate you. EBDB, I cried. RR says, may I offer you a jogger in those tiring times. EBDB says yes, they have accepted the Joker. The Joker. Society, Batman. You say you like a Genshin boy, and no one bats an eye. You call Lisa mommy, and society calls you gay. That's the closest that I will ever come to doing a Joker bit. Do you think the Genshin homies kiss each other goodnight? RR says jog her. What is happening? What are they gonna do? EBDB says, thank you for the jog her. Eddie has come into the chat. Hello. Delicious jog her. What is happening? What is happening in the House of Commons? But what are they gonna do? RR says, I literally forgot that it's yogurt in English and not jogger, like in German. Sorry. We forgive you for being German. RR, don't worry. I'm surprised I have so many German followers. Thank y'all. I've ironically and accidentally been collecting German people. I have one currently living in my house. I tricked her into living with me. EB says, it's okay, don't worry. Etsy says, German people jump scare. Michael says, funny thing, I was listening to my Genshin music playlist before I joined the stream, and it was on a Scara playlist video. Oh. That is gonna be one of the next animations I do. I don't know if I'm gonna do Ayato first or Scara for my next animation. I think maybe Ayato. I haven't drawn him at all. Even though I use him all the time. And also, it'll make Cookie Sugar really mad. So that's the bonus. Let me bring his hands a little closer together. He's just a mischievous little guy. He wouldn't do nothing. Evie says, oh, whoop, jump scare. Cookie says, no, asshole. LMAO, Cookie, sugar slander. Cookie says, we cannot have Ayatos. Evie says, you summon Cookie sugar. I knew it. Did you, you know, one of the part of the reason why I said I'm debating on if I should do Ayato or Scaramouche first is yes, I do have audios for both of them that I want to animate, but also Cookie was suspiciously quiet in the chat. And I know the only way to truly know is to not to ask if they're still there, but to just bring up Ayato. And like a shark smelling blood, they will just arrive.
See what they gonna do.
What are they gonna do? Lock me up? Boop. Y'all are gonna hate me. I'm gonna be saying that phrase like throughout this whole stream, by the way. Just prepare yourselves now. This is the new verbal phrase I'm gonna be saying. What are they gonna do? And we'll just keep increasing the goofiness as into which I say it. There we go. Boop. Okay. Cookie is screaming about Ayato and his toes. Very suspicious, Cookie, that you, whenever Ayato is brought up, you talk about his toes a lot. Looking like we got some oppressed emotions going on. Cookie says, Miss Inka, drop your Genshin OCs. I need to draw their toes. No! I will never show you any of my Genshin OCs. I will go back into all my accounts and delete them just to keep their feet safe from your frippers. Terrible, terrible. That's the true jump scare of today. Alright, let me tilt his head just a bit. Have him land like right around here. Delete these. Delete these. Give this a slight tilt. There we go. Evie says, I have class today. I want to inform you all today is Fat Thursday, a day when you have to eat a donut. Eat a donut. I live right next to a Dunkin' Donuts. I can accomplish this. Slurps Ayato's toes, and what about it? Sacrilege. Terrible, terrible. Tomato, tomato. Jail time forever. I'm putting you in the Earth's crust. And we'll just keep putting you deeper into another layer until you learn your crimes or are crushed by the weight of your sins. And also gravity, I think. RR says, if you don't believe me, Google it. Michael says, bless me to pull Tighnari on my next pull. To lose my pity, I'm at like 50 pity. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, please let Michael get Tighnari for their next pull. And also, please let me get Yelan for my next pull. Please. If not, at least give me Dia. Cookie says, I'm gonna eat my way out of the crust. Try and stop me. Sayori says, what about Ayato's toes? Sayori, I'm so sorry you came in during a very cursed time in the chat. Cookie Sugar, our beloved friend and dead relative, has stated that they will indeed slurp up Ayato's toes, even though they don't like him, which is a little suspicious. Cookie says, Lord bless Miss Ink with only Chi-Chi and Ayato from now on. How dare you? Actually, I want more Chi-Chis and I do want to see 6 Ayato. So, this isn't the worst thing anyone said to me. This isn't the worst curse that you could put on me. Lock me up, boo. Actually, his eyes would still be looking down. Cookie says, I slurp his toes to steal them, bite them off like Laffy Taffy. I'm putting Cookie Sugar in the Lazarus pit. I'm putting you in the Sarlacc pit. And for you people who aren't Star Wars fans and don't know what the Sarlacc pit is, it's a giant pit they put naughty people into it to be eaten by a giant sandworm. And that's where I'm putting Cookie Sugar because they have come too far. When they said earlier in this live stream that they have done way worse things than their father, and now I can see it. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Sayori says, what? Cookie says, did I stutter? Sayori says, well, go ahead. Yes. Please do not enable this behavior. Please do not let Cookie anywhere near Ayato. Eating other people's toes without their consent is wrong, and I'm pretty sure cannibalism is illegal, even if you eat the part that they don't need to live. What are they gonna do? Lock me up?
Me up.
Cookie says, I'll just romance the worm. He's my what? He's me wife now. Please don't be rude. Evie says, just make out with the worm. No, the worms do not have brains. They are worms. They just look like this and suck on dirt all day, I think. Do not wife the worm. The worm don't know what's going on. The worm is unaware of religion and the social confines that is marriage. The worm only wants to eat. Okay, this is like the only part in the animation that I actually don't want to redraw. Because this is the only part where I actually like. Michael says, Miss Ink, can we be friends on Genshin? Unfortunately, I don't really have that many friends on Genshin, and I don't like doing co-op too much unless it's with someone I'm in the same room with. And Evie says Cookie Sugar slays. Cookie says, thank you, Evie DB. No! No worms! No problem, girly, unless. Cookie says, but worms have mouths that you can kiss. No, you cannot kiss the worm. This worm and his mouth are only for eating dirt. So Sayori says, what program is this? Oh, this is Toon Boom Harmony, specifically Toon Boom Harmony 17. There's newer versions of Toon Boom out. I have tried to update, but the update, I don't know if it's my computer or what, but right now I'm just keeping it at 17. The worm. We'll just get worm married then. Michael says, sorry. Oh, Evie, the worm! No! Leave this poor worm alone. I'm pretty sure no one in this house can afford child support, especially to worms. Don't they have like 80 babies? I'm pretty sure they like lay eggs and just have like 20 babies, right? I don't even know how they have babies. Their organs are so long. His little teeth. Cookie says, what the fuck? No, I will not empreg a worm. 3 a.m. spooky hour. EBDB says, but worm empreg AU of worm Ayato's ex Cookie Sugar. When were we making Curse AO3 fanfics? I did not consent to this. Terrible, terrible. Truly terrible. Cookie says they connect via their band-aids and transfer their egg sperm that way. What? Is that what the band-aid is for? Are you telling me their cute little band-aid this whole time was sex? Was what? This is not where I was expecting this live stream to go. This is not the forbidden knowledge I wanted to learn today or any day. Sayori says creating a whole AU, I see. Oh, Cookie says, but they also stab one another so they won't mate again for a while. God damn, this sounds like a toxic relationship. Evie says, well, I'm still writing Wattpad fanfic on Warm Ayato's ex Cookie Sugar AU. Cookie Sugar screams no. Michael, who I assume is just not returning to the chat, says, what the fuck? Which I also agree with. I too don't know how we got here. Evie says, Ayato's Warm AU. Sayori says, oh god. And Cookie is still screaming. I too am screaming.
We'll see how many. You know how many patients. Wonderful. From weird and weird and
There's a lot of screaming going on in the chat. At this point, I am just too scared to look.
Mars from the B Mars from the B Mars from the B Mars from the B Mars Mars.
I don't mean for my lives to get this curse. It kind of just happens. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna tell the police when I get arrested for this. What is happening? Cookie is screaming, Evie, no, stop, please don't make this. Evie, with all the humanity lost in their eyes at this point, has said yes. Michael says, Miss Ink, I'm scared, protect me from the chat. Michael, unfortunately, it is, I go by the rule, every man out for themselves. I believe trauma does build character. That's why we're all so funny, and unfortunately, it is just your time. But I'll send you my thoughts and prayers. Cookie is screaming, Michael, stop, please have mercy. Michael. Evie says about to make it was a good cover. I think the worm wrapping around Cookie Sugar as Cookie Sugar has the toes would be good. Cookie is still screaming and begging for mercy. I won't say Hayato anymore. Just stop this madness. Sayori has chimed in with this is way too cursed. Michael says, wait, I just realized people think I'm a male. I'm a woman, not the men. Michael has now turned to Michelle after Cookie is screaming, not the men. Miss Ink, help, please. I won't slander Ayato anymore. Please help. Miss Ink stops. Michael is screaming, Cookie is screaming, stop. Cookie, we all have our time. We all have to face the consequences of our actions. And it just looks like sometimes when you slander a beautiful character such as the Ayato, you just get what's coming to you. Sometimes when you say curse things into the abyss just comes out with a worm and wraps you all up in its good lovin'. And you just gotta take the L. Michael says, I'm scared, but with the thumbs up emoji. So I think they're being really brave about this. Sayori says, nah, very valid. Evie says, about to write the first chapter. Cookie is still screaming, no, this isn't funny, stop, this can't reach my parents. Oh no. Evie, since I think you are going to pass away again just from the sheer embarrassment and cringe of this, I will say a few kind words in memory of you. You will be very happy in your next life with your worm and your toes. And I think someone's in my house. It's probably the police. And yeah. I, for one, am looking very forward to this new. Oh god, he's not supposed to be upside down. To this new piece of literature that will shape the hearts of future generations to come. The hearts and minds of future generations to come. Cookie says, Evie, you betrayed my trust. You were the chosen one. You were supposed to bring balance to the force, not destroy it. Evie says, don't worry, I made sure it's, like, good. I think that's valid enough. I think that's valid. Cookie, sometimes you just gotta embrace change. And sometimes you gotta not shy away from new experiences, but embrace them. I do not want this upside down. Tighnari, I think Tighnari is like very upset about the situation. There we go. Boop, boop, and boop. Okay. The chat is still screaming. He says, may both sides of your pillow be warm. May you always be mildly damp. Cookie says, may that itch on your back that you can't reach never go away. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I don't know who the curse is supposed to do. Says, what did I just join? Zia, I'm so sorry that you came in to this part of the live. I'm so sorry. Zia, listen, this was supposed to be a fun stream. This was supposed to be a live stream where I reanimate Tighnari's fucking voice line that I made. And it was supposed to be a good time. But I guess God and worms have come in the way of this. And we are here. I have no explanation for this. Let me draw my Angie boy. "2023, let your boy Tighnari find the forbidden information." Zia Art says, "Happy to be here, lol. Thank you for joining the chat. I appreciate you. Even though it's so cursed." Evie says, "I published it. By the way, to catch you up real quick, I'll do the best that I can to explain the situation. Cookie Sugar over here has been slandering Ayato since I first met them, I think. And I think I threatened to bury them in the Earth's crust. I think it's because I threatened to bury... No, I threatened to put them in the Sarlacc pit. And if you don't know what the Sarlacc pit, it's basically a giant pit in Star Wars where they drop you into a pit and you get eaten by a giant sandworm. Cookie decided to be really cursed and say that they were gonna marry the sandworm. Oh, and the whole reason why they were getting dropped into the Sarlacc pit is because someone, I don't even remember who, decided to be like Ayato, more like Ayatos, as in feet. And that possessed Cookie to threaten to eat his toes, which is why they were being thrown into the Sarlacc pit in the first place. And now fucking EBDB over here fiction of Ayato's toes, Cookie Sugar, and the giant sandworm. I think that's like the majority of the situation that you've walked into. That's where we're at right now. Cookie says, as a joke, Ayato Cylinder isn't true. Evie says, copy and paste that. Cookie says, please, I will never slander him again. Take the fic down. No. Zia Art says, Ayato carried me for a long time. OMG. Evie says, I said Ayatos. You are the one who started Ayatos. No Ayato slander here. I love Ayato. He's the best character with the best design. Stop missing go. How quickly the tables have turned. I mean, luckily for you, I'm pretty sure I'm on my last keyframe for Tighnari, so I will be ending the stream soon. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't believe in censoring art, so I and also I don't think I have the power to make the fanfic disappear. If it's out, it's out. That's the internet now. You could bet. I suggest maybe begging EBDB for mercy. They have a Scaramouche icon though, so I don't know how merciful they are. Especially since it's the evil baby, where he's red and black. Or, as I like to say, the cooler Scaramouche. I won't lie, I am very sad that they changed his design, because I really wanted to come out with the skin with his original design. But they'll probably make you pay for it. So either way, I'm not getting it. You see, Cookie, we're all suffering in one way or another. We can trauma bond together. Zia Art says, please, I can't. I'm laughing so hard right now. Evie says, read the fic, y'all. It's one chapter. Cookie is begging the chat. No, don't read it. Please, I'm gonna be so Ryan, where's the link? I'm too scared to check the fic out. Stop. Well, you don't have the fic about you and War My Autos. Now, do you, Mystique? I would just like to say I don't have that because I ain't out here in these streets threatening to eat toes of beautiful fictional men and also threatening to eat fucking Sarlacc pit worms. Now am I? I ain't saying, and also I am surprised considering you are You're the one in the room who has the most knowledge on worm sex out of not only this chat, but everybody I know and will probably meet in the future. No, Evie, please. Don't. Evie is now threatening me with the fit to be a self-insert character. I don't know if I'm gonna be a new member of this cursed thruple, or which will now become a squad, I think, or a quadfecta, or if I'm getting my own spin-off in this worm series. I don't know anything about worms. I don't think I could be kind enough to it. You know that shit that TikTok girls say where it's like, oh, would you still love me if you were a worm? If you were a small worm, I could probably put you in like a nice enclosure and shit if you would want. I don't think I could set you free because I don't know if you're gonna be like eaten by a bird or stepped on by a college student trying to get to class. As someone who's accidentally stepped on worms, I don't think I could do it. Cookie is now claiming, please stop, please leave me alone. Crying emoji, crying emoji, crying emoji, crying emoji. I am a total simp, not Ayato. Get him, Evie. No! I saw a video, it was science for Valentine's Day. What is happening in the House of Commons? Hello? That only raises more questions and very few answers. I'm so confused and confuzzled and terrified. Let me move his eye a little bit closer. Just a bit. We thought that this ink X or do not put me in this cursing. Michael says, anybody want to friend my Genshin? I'm lonely half the time and I need help getting stuff to level. If anyone wants to join Michael's thing, please do. I'll be honest, I'm a very toxic player. So I don't friend a lot of people online because I get so frustrated. I'm so mean. Not even my roommate likes to play Genshin with me that much. I'm a little gremlin. Unless you're mining for slow. Miss Ink X Worm Ayatos. Is this... No, wait. I have more questions. Instead of begging for mercy, which I know you're not capable of, I'm just going to ask, is it like a worm that's also a toe that looks like Ayato? I guess it would look like this. And should I... Yeah, you gotta give him his long ass sleeves. And a little boba too. His little boba. He looks like he wants to die. He's like, mother, why did you create me? Or would it be just a worm and a toe that looks like Ayato? Hey! Ziards is saying, y'all, please don't LOL. Cookie says, yes, put her in. Please spare me. Sayori says, who was the hardest Genshin character you drew? 10 Kaya. Kaya is the hardest. He's still been the hardest. I do want to draw him more, but Kaya is definitely the hardest. I think up next would be Venti. Skira! Alhaitham is also hard for me to draw, but I think that's because I don't really have a good idea of what he looks like in my style yet. And it's not really the design himself, because his design isn't that bad. But yeah. EVDV says so long. I'm gonna cry in Genshin when I play it on my alt later, which has nothing at all. ZR says, I gotta go to class. It was fun talking to y'all. Thank you, ZR. I'm so sorry you came in during the most cursed time in the chat. Hopefully the next time I go on live on here is not as cursed, but no promises. If anything, it might be even more cursed. EBDB says, okay, so I'm making Miss Ink X Ayatos in a separate fic. Thank you for giving me my own spin-off. Michael says, but I'll stream myself playing later. Sayori says, bye Zia. Also, Miss Ink, are you saving the stream? Yes, I am saving the stream. It'll be posted later. So everybody knows the crimes that happened here. And so the police don't have to get a warrant from YouTube when they come to arrest all of us for sacrilege and other crimes I'm sure we've committed. Oh, that's why his head feels weird. Let me just hit you with the rotate tool. Oh no, his cheek didn't come up. Okay, there we go. I'm actually gonna have him going back up here to where he kind of was. And I think I'm gonna lower his shoulders just a bit. Boop. There's so much screaming going on in the chat. Every time I look away. Evie says, oh no, my crimes. Cookie says the crimes Miss Ink did. So it's Michael or Michelle. EBDB says, and Cookie's confessions. Cookie, you did confess to a lot of crimes that not only you did, but also your father did. Since the beginning, early on in this live stream. Cookie says, Michelle says, I'm still a Walmart bag, just don't recycle me. Michelle, I'm sorry, but unfortunately, since you can't legally arrest a Walmart bag and try them in a court of our peers, you will unfortunately be reused, reduced, and recycled. So there is that. But we wish you the well. Cookie is claiming that I have no confessions. I'm innocent. I'm an innocent woman. Where am I to recycle AU? Terrible. You would be killing me if you recycle me, says Michelle. Sayori says no, not anymore. Evie says my dead grandfather. Michelle says I will sue you if you recycle me. Michelle, once again, I am not the one recycling you. I am not the one who committed the majority of these crimes that's taken place in this chat. I unfortunately have no choice but to just stand by and watch as the government will recycle you for your crimes as a bystander in all of this. But you will be missed, and you will not be forgotten. And you'll also get to join Cookie in the afterlife, so there is also that. And let me see. Boop. Let me delete this. Boop. And pop. Okay. And There's a lot of screaming still going on in this chat. I've committed no crimes. The crime was just being a bystander. The crime all in itself, according to both Twitter and the anti-bullying campaigns that I was forced to sit through in Florida. I'm sorry, Michael, aka Michelle. It's not me, it's the government. Sugar says, what is happening in the House of Commons? Guilty, I am not. No, I'm not dead. Stop telling everyone I'm dead. But you are in heaven, Cookie. I'm so sorry. Sayori says, oh, I will have to go now. Bye, guys. For sure, I'll be back one day. Oh, thank you so much for stopping by, Sayori. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Evie says, yeah, I did the Miss Eek sequel. But where's the link, though? This is so cursed. This is looking ugly. Boop. Let me just... How does his head go? I think that's a little too tall. Beep boop boop bop. I see y'all screaming in the chat in the corner of my eye. And I'm gonna do something that I probably shouldn't do, and I'm just gonna let y'all loose just for a few seconds as I sketch this out. So enjoy your short amount of freedom. And considering that we all are going into the Sarlacc pit, might as well just commit the crimes anyway. EB says there, I am innocent as Ito. You cannot arrest me. Wasn't Ito also arrested? Ito was definitely arrested for his own crimes. Cookie says, I am innocent as Ito. You cannot arrest me. War, this is Sparta. No, he isn't. Ito is innocent. Michelle is really pushing for friends in Genshin. However, they are just a plastic bag, so I don't think anyone is biting today. And beep boop boop bop. There we go. Okay. And let me just play this bad boy one more time.
To better serve the Avidia forest, I occasionally offer training courses to the forest rangers. If you want to split hairs, then yes, these courses would be considered as dissemination of information by the academia. But what are they gonna do? Lock me up? I dare them. We'll see how many patients suffering from weird and wonderful ailments start flooding into the B Marston every day. To better serve the
All
video
right,
for us,
there we go.
occasionally
I got all my
offer
keyframes
training
down. I may or may not live stream later again today. Or I'll live stream probably later this week and do more of the lip syncing. But yeah, this is the end of my stream. It has been so cursed. But thank you everybody who showed up. Even you, EBDB, who made cursed fanfiction of so many of us with worms and Ayato's toes. I hope y'all have a good rest of your week. Michelle, good luck on finding your Genshin friends. I believe in you. And goodbye, Evie and Cookie and anybody else who's